Hey guys, welcome to my channel. This is Shirani. Today I'm going to show you how I make my green chicken enchiladas. The first thing I'm going to do is put my chicken on to cook. So here I have one large bone-in chicken breast, and this is a little bit over than a pound. I'm adding 3 cups of water to the pot. You just want enough water to cover the chicken. To that, I'm going to add half a tablespoon of consommé, and consommé is just chicken bouillon. I'm going to let that cook for 25 minutes. Next, I'm going to grate my cheese, and I'm using Oaxaca cheese for this. So I usually just buy the block of cheese like this and then grate it. It's always best to buy it and grate it yourself. It makes a difference with how your cheese melts and how it tastes. As always, I'm going to have the exact measurements in the description box below for you. Okay, so for the green part of the enchiladas, the most delicious part, you're going to need 1 pound of tomatillos. If you've never handled tomatillos before, it has this papery husk on the outside, so you just have to peel that off, and it's going to feel sticky, so you have to wash your tomatillos. I was peeling them and minding my own business, and then I thought I saw something in this one. Oh my gosh. My hubby came to check and see what it was, but it was really nothing. It was just a dry piece of leaf or husk in there. Okay, now I'm going to wash them and then I'll be back. As soon as I was finished, my chicken was ready, so I just went ahead and took them out and set them on a plate to cool. After the chicken cooled off, I just went ahead and shredded it and make sure to take out all the bones from the chicken. I like to have everything ready because once you're finished with the sauce, it goes by really fast. Okay, let's make the sauce. So I went ahead and cut up my tomatillos. I cut each one into 4 pieces, and I'm just going to put them in my blender. To that, I'm going to add 2 cloves of garlic, half cup of chopped onion, I'm adding 1 serrano pepper, 1 whole jalapeno, and I'm just going to cut this into smaller pieces so it's easier to blend. And I'm keeping the seeds from both peppers, so it's going to be a little spicy. You're going to need 1 big generous handful of cilantro, so this is about a cup of cilantro. Half a teaspoon of salt, and the last thing is I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of the broth from the chicken that I boiled earlier. I'm going to blend this for 1 minute. If you're wondering what tomatillos taste like, I would say it has a tart and tangy flavor. Some people even say it has a citrus flavor, but it's really good. You have to try it if you haven't. Look at this color. Look how beautiful it is. Oh my gosh. I love this green. Now we're going to cook up the sauce. So to my pan, I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of oil. I'm adding my mixture in there, and I'm going to let this cook for 5 minutes over medium heat. Oh my gosh, look at this color. Look how beautiful it is. Ah, this just makes me so happy. After the 5 minutes is up, I'm going to add a quarter cup of chicken broth. And again, I'm using the same one that I used to boil the chicken in. Keep stirring that, and you're going to cook that another 5 minutes. The last thing I'm adding to that is 1 cup of Crema Mexicana, and that's just Mexican style sour cream. I'm going to stir this and let this cook for 3 minutes, and then it's done. I love Mexican sour cream. To me, it has a different taste from the regular sour cream, and it has a taste that I like. I don't know exactly how to describe it, but I like it. It tastes a little bit salty. It almost tastes like cream cheese to me. This sauce is just so good. I feel like I could just drink it. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is take a spoonful of my sauce and put it in my shredded chicken, and I'm just going to mix that up. And I like to do this because I don't want the meat to be so dry, and plus it adds flavor to it. Don't put too much sauce in there because you don't want your meat to be so wet. I find that when it's really wet and then you put it in a tortilla, it makes it soggy when you have to take them out of the pan, and I don't like it to be so soggy. To heat up the corn tortilla, I like to do it in the microwave. So what I do is I get a paper towel and I wet it. After I wet it, I squeeze out the water because I don't want it to be too wet. And then I wrap my corn tortilla in there and put it in the microwave. And you're going to microwave them for 1.5 minutes. That's all you need. Now I know some people fry their corn tortilla, and I've tried it both ways, but I couldn't tell a difference if it was fried or if it was in the microwave. So I like to do it this way. It's easier, plus it's more healthy. You don't have to fry it. I'm going to spray my baking dish with some cooking spray just to make sure it doesn't stick. Okay, the way I do it is take 1 corn tortilla and add a generous amount of meat to that. And I'm making 14 total, so just try to budget your meat for all 14 of them. And then I'm going to top it with some cheese and then roll it. And when you roll it, make sure you tuck it under and roll it tight so it doesn't come loose, and then put it in your pan. While you're filling your corn tortillas, make sure you keep the others covered. If not, they're going to dry out. I'm only using half of the cheese to fill the tortillas, and then I'm going to put the rest on top. When I was doing this, I didn't realize my sleeve was getting in the way, and my hubby didn't tell me until I was like halfway through. I was like, why didn't you tell me? I would have changed my blouse. Oh, that bothered me so much after doing this video. I almost did it over because I didn't like that my sleeve was getting in the food. So I'm sorry if you're seeing that, but if I was doing this at home for myself, I wouldn't have everything on the back of the counter, so my sleeve wouldn't get in the way. But oh man, that just bothered me. I almost did this video over. Now I'm going to take that delicious sauce and pour it over the tortillas, and make sure you cover each one. You don't want any part of the tortilla to show, just make sure you cover it real good. The very last thing I'm doing is top it with the rest of the Oaxaca cheese. Oh, this is going to be so good. You're going to bake this in your preheated 350 degrees Fahrenheit oven for 25 minutes. Oh my goodness, look at this gorgeousness. Oh, this looks so good. Oh my gosh, I wish I could share with you all. My hubby is going to take a picture of it and then I'll be back to cut it. I don't know how people do it because we had to take a picture so it was getting cool, but I wanted it to be really hot so you could see the cheese pull. You can still see it a little bit, but it cooled down a lot before we cut it, so yeah, but I don't know how people do that on TV and just to have every shot of everything. They probably have more than one. Well, the best part is here, and that's to taste it. And who better to taste it than me, because this is everything I love. I love the flavor of the Oaxaca cheese. Oh my gosh, it's so good. The salsa verde, that cilantro in there. Oh, it's the best. So I hope you give it a try. As always, thank you so much for watching and thank you for subscribing. And I'll talk to you in my next one. Take care. Bye.